This is Omni Sports Breakfast. Sports with Kevin McCollum and MKT.
Strength starts with smart choices. Add AGT Foods, barley and split peas to your diet for essential nutrients that support muscle recovery. Train hard, recover harder. Brought to you by AGT Foods Africa. Good food, good health, good life.
We're going to be going into the Champions League now. It's, what a great night for Liverpool. Easy win, but what a better night for Barcelona against Bayern Munich. It was revenge. It was an exorcism for them. It was everything they wanted it to be.
Did you continue the game?
No, I was watching the Liverpool game, so I didn't watch it at all. But I watched the highlights, and Raphinha was just otherworldly. He just led the midfield. He led everything. He was incredible, hard to stop. As the Barcelona president said to Hansi Flick, said, "You owe us one," after that 8-2 humiliation 4 years ago. That was a painful, basically, portrait of how bad Barcelona declined by then. They have no money, they had no form, they had no players. Madrid were just using them as pocket change.
Yeah, no, they really were. 4-1, that Raphinha hat-trick, unreal. I see they've made him the captain now.
It's a good move. They need someone solid. They need somebody who's also a player that everyone else respects. He is somebody they will respect.
And listen, quite some move for him, because he's gone from obviously being at Leeds 2 years ago. He's the captain of Barcelona now. That is from like the outhouse into the penthouse. Are you kidding me? That's what a move. What a life.
Yeah, and he's come into a team that's just hitting its stride at the moment. The way they played, they were incisive, fearless. They embraced the danger and they defeated the other side, but with aplomb. That's probably the one easiest way to put it. And also they did it with some youth. So they got Marc Casido, Pau Cubarsí, Fermin Lopez, and obviously Lamine Yamal. It's superb. When those kids are coming through, they're going to be... Real Madrid have got their hands full this season.
They do have their hands full. Barcelona on the front foot. Hansi Flick, man, oh man, 4-1. What a hammering, what a performance. Could have been more, by the way. Could have been more. Harry Kane gets the goal for München on the other side. Let's go to Leipzig. Leipzig against Liverpool. It was 1-0. Their manager, Arne Slot, was happy with how his team played. But he feels the team left something out there and could have been more clinical.
I liked a lot what I saw. We many times we played through their press, opened up their midfield and went for an attack. That led to the first goal. That led to a few chances, more than a few. And then in the end, it's a pity that you still need your two centre backs to play such a big game and your goalkeeper to make two such important saves, because a game like this should have been ours after 60, 70 minutes, and it wasn't. That's why the last 20 were still difficult for us.
Yeah, listen, was it Kelleher had to make that, especially the one save, to really save your bacon there. Otherwise, could have been in trouble. But game should have been over by half-time, having watched the highlights.
Yeah, they made it unnecessarily complicated for themselves. Their high pressing was a bit iffy. Konate got caught in possession, which led to that Kelleher save. And it was a great save, and he pulled off another one from a deflection later just to tip it over the crossbar. We're setting records, but can we use these records as a marker for the way the league's going to go, the way the Champions League's going to go? But so for the first time in Liverpool's history, we've won 11 of the opening 12 games. The first 6 matches from the start of a campaign. We're just Liverpool. I keep saying we. That's not very good journalist talk. But Darwin Núñez looked in good nick. I'm still trying to get over McAllister's yellow card for being fouled and then going down, and the Swiss referee had none of it. And then he gave Núñez a bit of a talking to after Núñez gave him a talking to. We'll see if that yellow card gets rescinded.
I think if there is one, to your point of what you're saying now and listening to Arne Slot, if there is one thing where I would be concerned as a Liverpool sort of supporter, if I was one, is the fact that you don't have a 25 goal a season guy, especially with Jota being out now. And at the sharp end, at the really, really sharp end, that's where like Man City separate themselves, because Mo Salah can't do everything himself. You do need your strikers to be getting you 25 goals a season, and I'm not sure if Darwin Núñez is that clinical. He's brilliant, but I mean, we've seen the chances he misses, and I think this is just what he is. He's going to create incredible chances, score incredible goals. But this is where Man City have the difference, right? Is they've got the goals from midfield, the creativity, but when you got Erling Haaland guaranteeing you a minimum of 25 league goals a season and then 10 goals in the Champions League, that is the difference maker. And I think if Liverpool are to be concerned, that's the one place where I would say maybe they aren't quite going to get there, because that's the one thing they're missing.
Yeah, Salah seems to have evolved into more of an assistant. You know, he assists very. He's made 2 assists in the last 2 games, and that he assisted. He put up the assist for Núñez's goal. So we actually do need him to score more. We need Luis Diaz to score more. We do need somebody to just kick it up a bit.
Well, I mean, if you're Liverpool fans, would love to hear from you, because obviously the Jota injury, how serious is that? 07887777716. Can Núñez step up and carry things for the middle of the season? If you are just joining us, we're discussing the Champions League results from last night. Let's move on to Man City, who won 5-0 against Sparta Prague. Erling Haaland grabbing a double there, a brace for himself, another double. This kid is absolutely unreal. Pep Guardiola is loving the Norwegian hitman.
Concerned about that, I don't care 1 second about Ballon d'Or, this kind of stuff. So the important is he's happy, he's smiling, and I know it's not easy for him because they defend in the box, no space, 3 central defenders with him, 2 holding midfielders close to him, even the wingers close to the holding midfielders. Literally, it's not a space, you know. Every cross, they are hugging him and push him, so it's not easy. But I spoke with many times with him, be patient, be positive, that the ball is coming, the ball arrived. He scored 2 goals, have 2 headers, really good to score more, 2 more. Because always Erling had this incredible capacity, can touch 15 balls, 20 balls, but have 7, 8 chances. So it's unbelievable, this talent that this guy has. And of course, make a fantastic goal, quite similar to Dortmund years ago with an incredible pass from Joao Cancelo. I don't know which one is more difficult. For me, both. So, yeah, really good.
Foden, Stones and Núñez with the other 3 goals. It's such a pity that Erling Haaland is at Man City. He almost belongs at like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. You know, he should be at a proper Paka 5-star club. It almost feels like a waste that he's at Man City, really.
Yeah, he is incredible. I don't know if you saw his backheeled volley in the air. That he just almost like stopped and then put his hands up and had this smile that's saying, "What do you expect, man? I'm Erling Haaland." It was incredible. As Pep Guardiola said later, he said it wasn't a goal that would be scored by a normal person and not by a human being. I mean, he's otherworldly at the moment.
That's exactly what he is. He is otherworldly. He is out of this world indeed. In the other game, other games, Atalanta 0-0 with Celtic, Brest 1-1 with Leverkusen in a shock in Madrid. Lille came there and won 3-1. Atletico Madrid losing 3-1 to Lille at home. Barcelona 4-1, of course, victorious at the Olympic Stadium in Catalonia. Benfica losing at home 3-1 to Feyenoord. Man City 5-0. Leipzig losing at home to Liverpool 1-0. Salzburg 0. Dinamo Zagreb 2. And then Young Boys losing in the last minute to Inter Milan. It's 1-0 to Inter there. Those are your Champions League results from last night. Let's move over to the special one. Jose Mourinho is at it again. He's speaking this time about his time at Manchester United compared to how they're treating Erik ten Hag. But he also made sure to take a jab at Man City. You'll love this.
With a good feeling to the club, with a good feeling to the fans. And I want the best for them. So if things are not going amazingly well for them, it's not something that makes me happy. But at the same time, I have no time, and doesn't make sense for me to be thinking about what happened, what didn't happen. What happened for sure, because it's very objective, is that they keep faith in the coach. They support the coach. The coach is staying season after season. And that means stability, means trust. And they are giving him conditions to keep developing his job. That was a difference in relation to me, because as you know, we won Europa League. We finished second in the Premier League. I think we still have a chance to win that league, because maybe they punish Man City with points, and maybe we win that league, and they have to pay me the bonus and give me the medal.
He couldn't resist at the end. He couldn't resist. You see how he was going diplomatic, and then he couldn't resist. He just couldn't resist.
Yeah, he couldn't. It was hilarious. I've watched it a couple of times on YouTube and on SuperSport. It was extraordinary. But this reunion actually just reminds us how little mediocre Man United have changed in the 6 years since he was there. They've done nothing new. Nothing's moved on.
It's unbelievable. He also spoke about a man who did change the face of British football and arguably European football, Sir Alex Ferguson. He spoke about the ambassadorial role being taken away and just how much respect he has for the great man.
And when my Netflix documentary comes out, you will know more about the reason why I have so much respect for him. The ambassadorial role, I really don't know in depth the situation, but doesn't matter why, doesn't matter what. Sir Alex has the most important thing, which is the love and the respect of every Man United fan around the world. And that is more important than ambassadorial role, is more important than a few pounds that he can make and he doesn't need. The most important thing is the love and the respect that every Man United fan has for him.
Love him or hate him, Jose is not wrong there. If there's one thing sportsmen and sportswomen love is the respect and the love from the fans. Or once the fans love you, it doesn't matter what the media say. If the fans love you, which Fergie, I think, the level of hate is matched by the level of love with the Man United fans. We hate him if he's not a Man United, if you're not a Man United guy, but they love him, Sir Alex.
Yeah, I mean, taking away the ambassador role, I think, was mainly obviously because of finances. And for a man to be earning £2 million a year while they're retrenching 250 staff who are earning, let's say, on an average of £40,000 a year, it wasn't a good look for United.
Oh, so Jim says, I don't have friends. I have interests. I have business interests. Sir Alex, you got to go. But he is beloved. He's great. And there is Jose addressing that. Okay, coming up, Mr. Cash in Sport. We're going to talk about Newcastle. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Newcastle are in trouble.
Listen live and on demand.
Welcome to Omni Sport.